Hi everyone, welcome to another video here on She's Fit. If you've ever tried to lose weight, you've heard the rule: eat every 3 hours or your metabolism will slow down, you'll stay hungry, and you'll gain weight. For decades, we've been taught that the key to a lean body is tied to the clock. But what if I told you that this belief, the very foundation of almost every diet, is actually the biggest myth holding you back from the results you deserve? Today, we're breaking down this dogma and revealing the scientific truth that the weight loss industry doesn't want you to know. Before we dive in, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing, and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me keep bringing you this life-changing content. Trust me, here at She's Fit, you're going to discover how to transform your body the right way. So, let's get into it. Before we start, I need to share something that has made all the difference for me. You know those days when you try hard but feel like your body just isn't responding the way it should? Well, I found out that sleep has way more impact on weight loss than I ever imagined. That's when I discovered Sleep Lean, a natural supplement specially designed to help women burn fat while they sleep. Yes, while they sleep. It's not a miracle, of course, but when combined with good nutrition and the right habits, the results are amazing. I personally felt my body lighter, my belly less bloated, and a different kind of energy just within the first few weeks. I'll leave the link here in the description so you can check all the details after the video. Trust me, it was a game changer for me. Now, let's get back to the video content. If thermogenesis has already proven to be a weak argument for the myth of eating every 3 hours, the real game changer and the crucial point this rule ignores is hormonal regulation, specifically insulin. Insulin is the hormone that governs whether your body is in energy storage mode or energy burning mode. It works like this: whenever you consume calories, whether it's a full breakfast, lunch, or even a small snack, every 3 hours your pancreas detects the nutrient intake and releases insulin. This hormone is vital. It acts like a key, allowing glucose from your blood to enter your cells to be used immediately for energy. The problem, for anyone looking to lose weight, is insulin's second role. It is the fat storage hormone. While your insulin levels are high or rising, The enzyme hormone-sensitive lipase shell, which is responsible for releasing stored fat to be burned, is inhibited. Put simply, high insulin equals blocked fat burning. Think about the act of eating every 3 hours. This means that every 180 minutes, you are deliberately spiking your insulin again. You spend your entire day keeping this hormone at chronically and unnecessarily high levels. You give your body very little, if any, window of time for insulin to drop to basal levels, which are the levels required for your body to finally access and start burning your body fat stores. Your body is being constantly refueled, so it never has the need to tap into the stock. To lose weight effectively and promote metabolic health, we need periods of digestive rest. It's during these low insulin moments that our bodies enter fat-burning mode lipolysis. Living by the every 3 hours rule makes this transition to fat-burning nearly impossible, trapping you in a cycle of dependency on the fuel that just came in, instead of using the fuel you already have stored. We've reached one of the most common arguments used by supporters of the every 3 hours method: hunger control. Many women firmly believe that the only way to avoid ravenous hunger or hypoglycemia, which is often imaginary, is by maintaining a constant flow of food. However, what looks like a solution is actually a metabolic trap that keeps your body in a state of chronic, induced hunger. True satiety, that feeling of fullness and satisfaction that lasts for hours, isn't dictated by how often you eat, but rather by the nutritional quality and the effective volume of the food you consume in one sitting. When you commit to eating mini meals or constant snacks every 3 hours, you are sabotaging your own satiety mechanisms. Your stomach never reaches the gastric fullness necessary to send strong, clear signals to your brain that it's satisfied. More importantly, you aren't providing enough time or volume for the proper release of our key satiety hormones, such as peptide YY and cholecystokinin CCAK. These hormones are released in response to specific nutrients, like fats and proteins, and the stretching of the stomach. A handful of crackers or a piece of fruit isn't enough to trigger these hormones in any meaningful way. The result of this grazing strategy is predictable. You consume meals low in protein and fiber, the two most satiating macronutrients. These small portions are digested quickly, your blood sugar spikes and crashes in a dizzying cycle, and then what happens? Hunger returns, often even stronger, within $60 to $90 minutes, forcing you to look for your next snack by the clock. This creates a vicious cycle of carb dependency and energy crashes. The real solution to mastering hunger is the exact opposite. Focus on complete, nutrient-dense meals. Prioritize generous portions of lean protein chicken breast, fish, eggs, combine them with fibrous vegetables, broccoli, kale, and add healthy fats, avocado, olive oil. This combination ensures slower digestion, robust hormonal release, and allows you to stay naturally full for 4 to 6 hours or even longer without the neurotic need to check the clock. There is a dimension to the eat every 3 hours myth that is almost always overlooked, yet it has a devastating impact on the female body: the psychological and hormonal cost of chronic stress. The act of living by a rigid eating schedule turns food, which should be pleasurable and intuitive, into a constant source of anxiety and panic. How many times have you felt that spike of stress because a meeting ran late and you missed the exact time for your mandatory snack? For women with busy schedules, working, taking care of a family, or simply trying to maintain a routine, the rigidity of a 3-hour timer is impractical and mentally exhausting. The irrational fear that your metabolism will stop or that you'll have a ghost hypoglycemic crisis, which is extremely rare in healthy people, creates an eating neurosis. This constant pressure to eat on time is a daily stressor that, when repeated over months or years, becomes chronic stress. And what is your body's biological response to chronic stress? An increase in cortisol, the primary stress hormone. Persistently high cortisol levels are a silent and powerful enemy of weight loss. Cortisol doesn't just sabotage your sleep quality and weaken your immune system, it also signals your body to hold onto fat, specifically in the form of visceral fat, that stubborn, dangerous fat that accumulates around the abdominal area. Furthermore, deregulated cortisol ramps up your cravings for comfort foods, typically high in sugar and fat, the very ones you're trying to avoid. In other words, the exact strategy you are using to control your metabolism ends up activating a hormone that actively sabotages your ability to burn fat. Sustainable weight loss and peace with food require flexibility and listening to your body. The freedom to eat when you are truly hungry, not just because the clock told you to, and the power to stop when you are full are self-regulation principles that are infinitely more powerful for weight and cortisol management than any obsessive timer. Break free from the tyranny of the clock and start trusting your body's natural signals. If the myth of eating every 3 hours is the trap, the big secret to unlocking sustainable weight loss isn't rigidity, but rather flexibility and the intentional inclusion of digestive rest windows for your body. Instead of trying to keep the engine running 24 hours a day, we need moments where the digestive system can rest and the body can focus on maintenance and fat burning. This is exactly where the concept of time-restricted feeding, popularly known as intermittent fasting, fits in. I don't want you to see it as just another restrictive fad diet, but rather as a powerful tool to break the vicious cycle of eating every 3 hours. Allowing your body to have fasting periods does two crucial things. First, as we detailed in Part 2, it allows insulin to drop to basal levels, switching off storage mode and activating lipolysis fat burning. Second, and equally important, fasting triggers autophagy. Autophagy is a process of cellular self-eating in the best sense of the word. It's a cleaning and recycling mechanism where the body gets rid of damaged cells, old organelles, and dysfunctional proteins, promoting cellular renewal and being incredibly beneficial for health, longevity, and insulin sensitivity. For anyone seeking weight loss and longevity, autophagy is a superpower. The key is understanding that you don't need to undergo long, radical fasts to reap these benefits. Simply extending your natural overnight fast by 1 or 2 hours is already enough to train your body and harvest the hormonal rewards. This can be as simple as skipping that rushed breakfast and waiting until mid-morning or lunchtime for your first meal. This small behavioral shift is enough to force your body to look for energy in your fat stores instead of depending on the next food intake. The ultimate focus must be on nutritional quality and the hormonal balance of your food, not on how many times you put food in your mouth. After debunking the science behind the myth, the question remains: so, what is the truth and what do I do now? The fundamental truth is that meal frequency is a matter of personal preference, flexibility, and above all, respect for your hormonal and hunger signals. There is no magic number of meals that fits everyone. The ideal frequency is the one that aligns perfectly with your true hunger, your chaotic routine, and, critically, your hormones, allowing your insulin to drop. To help you break out of the every 3 hours cycle immediately, I've prepared 3 practical and actionable strategies focused on nutrition and behavior. First, radically increase your protein intake. This is your primary satiety mechanism and your metabolism's turbocharger. Forget the carb-heavy snacks that only satisfy you for an hour. Your focus should be on ensuring $30 to $40 grams of high-quality protein eggs, Greek yogurt, chicken breast, fish, protein powder in each main meal. Protein has the highest thermic effect, the calorie burn required for digestion, and is the macronutrient that keeps you full the longest, sustaining your energy for 4 to 6 hours. This is a much more lasting and powerful effect than any random snack. Second, drink water before judging your hunger. Often, the signal we interpret as an urgent need to eat every 3 hours is actually biological confusion. Your body confuses mild dehydration or even just boredom with hunger. The trick is simple. When you feel a pang of hunger outside of your next scheduled meal, drink a large glass of plain water and wait 20 minutes. The vast majority of the time, that hunger sensation disappears, proving it wasn't a real nutritional need but rather a habit or a signal for thirst. Third, learn to get comfortable with mild hunger. This is an exercise in mental and metabolic freedom. Hunger is a normal biological signal. Don't fear it. It isn't the enemy. Letting your body feel a mild, manageable hunger for a while before eating is a sign that you are on the right track. This is your body nodding to you and saying, "The main pantry stored fat is open. I'm ready to burn fat now." By allowing this short period of hunger, you ensure that insulin is low and fat burning is active, training your body to be metabolically flexible. By adopting this flexibility, focusing on nutritional quality, and ditching the tyrannical clock, you take back total control over your body and your hormones, paving the way for sustainable weight loss and peace with your food. The biggest obstacle to your weight loss was never your metabolism, but rather the belief that you need to be constantly eating to keep it active. You no longer have to be a slave to the clock. True freedom and weight loss success come when you respect your hunger, balance your hormones, and understand that less frequency often means more results. Stop counting hours. Start counting nutrients and giving your body the rest it needs to transform. And don't forget the tip I gave you at the beginning. If you need to lose weight, click the link in the video description and get Sleep Lean right now. It might be exactly what's missing in your journey. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe here to She's Fit, and share this video to help the channel grow. Also, let me know in the comments what kind of content you want to see next to help you on your weight loss journey.